Hello my dear friend, and today I'll show you how to make these wooden candles for selling at fairs or online stores. Let me show you what I use to make the molds. Here are the prepared pieces. These are various parts of wood. I don't buy the wood, I use dead wood from the nearby forest, taking only dead trees and drying them in my workshop. I have aspen, maple, oak, and alder here. But how to do it quickly? I speed up production using machines. I cut everything on a bandsaw. Earlier, I used a miter saw for cutting, and when I first started, I used a regular jigsaw. So, don't be afraid to try. How do you make a hole in the wood for the candle? I drill with a Forstner bit on a drilling machine. It's affordable, can be sharpened, and removes a large volume of material quickly. Earlier, I used a cordless drill with the same Forstner bit, but it was slower. You should definitely have a drill. Now, I also clean up the corners after drilling with a chisel, which is faster and safer. Previously, I used a rotary tool, but it created a lot of dust, so I decided to simplify the process, and now it works better. I sand the pieces on a belt sander which, by the way, is very cheap, and chamfer them on a router table. If you're making a candle for yourself or as a gift, you can do all this manually, just buy some sandpaper. Now, let's move on to the most important part. What's next? Just a few steps from the form to the finished candle. In my candle, there's a wooden wick made from cherry veneer, and it must be pre-soaked in olive oil to burn steadily. Next, how to treat the wood so it doesn't catch fire. I use two components, both crucial. The first is sodium silicate, also known as liquid glass. This compound is added to concrete for strength, used as glue, and applied to wood to prevent combustion. I apply the first layer of sodium silicate, wait for it to dry, and then use a simple water-based acrylic lacquer for wood. This protects the sodium silicate from sun and air exposure, otherwise, it will turn white. Never pour wax on untreated wood without this treatment, or the wax will soak into the wood, and it may catch fire. I only use natural soy wax, which I order in bulk. This reduces the cost per item. I've also used high-quality fragrance oils designed for candles. For the wicks, I use cherry veneer. It crackles nicely when burning, creating an interesting atmosphere. I recommend using 2 layers of veneer for a steady, even burn that won't go out. Let's test and light this candle. It lights easily with a match. And I'll repeat, I always soak the veneer or wick in olive oil so it burns well. This is important. You shouldn't burn this candle for more than 15 to 20 minutes because it's unnecessary. This isn't a lighting or heating candle, it's an aromatic one. It releases its scent only after you extinguish it, not while it's burning. So, slightly melt the wax and then blow it out. You shouldn't use it for romantic settings or lighting purposes, only for atmosphere and aroma. Plus, it smells great even without being lit. The candle I'm showing in this video and lighting is defective because there's a crack in the form. If there's a large crack, it can't be fixed and should be discarded. You can remove the wax from the candle and reuse it, but keep in mind it already has a certain scent. We've been selling these candles on marketplaces in our country for over 1.5 years now. Right now, our smallest candles are on sale for around $6. The cost to produce one of these candles is less than $1, including labor and materials. Our best sellers are actually the most expensive ones, priced at about $15. The production cost for these, including materials and labor, is around $2.50. Prices fluctuate constantly because the marketplace can play around with sales and promotions. But overall, this small side business brings us an additional income of between $500 and $1,000 per month, with a time investment of no more than 10 hours per week.